Hello class, today we'll be looking at how to adapt with our dress block for a princess line dress. Of course, you know how this is achieved from the previous videos, and all we need to do now is to put some lines together. It's very simple, just follow instruction. I'm going to start with the back so you can get familiar to it. First thing first is to move this dart. You move it. That is, if it's not aligned with this, you move it. And how do I mean? You move it by ½ inch. Ensure it's facing this direction. Then you connect it this way. Can you see what I just did? And the next thing is to connect it to this. You can use a straight line to connect. What we are working on is the princess line for both back and front. Both back and front. So the next thing, you can see I connected it with a straight line, which means let me close this so you don't get confused. Remember, I moved it from here to this side with ½ inch. So all I need to do is to take this down. All I need to do is to measure what I have somewhere here and take it down on the hem. So I have a straight line. Remember, it's a princess line. Can you see that? So I'm done with the back. This is the center back. Are we good? Now I've highlighted the line so you can, so it means that this will be going out, this will be cut out. You will see how it's going to be done. This will be closed. Of course, this will be out too. This will be out. So I'll show you how you're going to cut out. So now let's face the center front. What do we need to do in the center front? First thing first, you measure from here to here on the shoulder. What is the measurement? There you divide whatever measurement you arrive at, you divide it into two. You divide it into two. Can you see what I just did? You divide it into two, then you roll it down. Roll it down through the bust point down to this dart. And of course, just the same way we did this, we measure this, you do the same here too. You measure what do you have, you take it down here, you measure, you take it down. Can you see that? It's very simple. I've highlighted this also. It means that we'll close this. And of course, we are going to close this too. But for now, let me quickly tell us what we are going to do. Already, this is our bust point. Don't forget that this is the bust point. All we need to do is, where the bust point is, you're going to measure up 2 inches. Sorry, you're going to measure up 2 inches. I've not measured it. So, you're going to measure up 2 inches. This is my 2 inches. You measure from the bust point downwards as well. Downwards 2 inches. Are we good? You measure 2 inches. Because at the end of the day, when we are cutting, we're going to cut through this line in this form. This is going out, and we need to close this to have more fullness here. So what I'm going to do now is to take this out, cut it, close this, so we can see our princess line properly. Now I've separated the center front from the center back. This will be on fold. The next thing I want to do is to cut this out, and I want you to follow. So I'm going to cut out before closing this. So how do I cut it? Look at what I'm doing. Now you need to mark this on both sides, so you will know that you are meant to connect there. Can you see what I did? Good. So this that I'm cutting it out. We don't need it. Very, very simple. Can you see? So I have it. I have the center front. This is the center front. This, you can label it 1, and this is 2. 2 is side. So I'm going to close this now and show you what the result is. Now I have it closed, and you can see this place is puffing up. All I need to do is what? To slash it. Of course, when I slashed it, there's an opening. I have to blend, which means I have to blend it. Do you understand what I just did? I have to blend it. Now, all this part that is giving you a direct point like that, you need to blend it as well. So what I'll do quickly now is to apply just a piece of paper in this direction, and tape it down with my nylon tape and blend. And blend. I'm blending now. When I mean blending, it means that I'm making that part to be smooth, so that we won't have issue with it. Of course, because there's a nylon tape there, you will not really see it. So I'm done with that. All I need to do is to cut out the excess paper. Can you see? Good. So all you need to do is to place this on fold on your fabric and cut out. You will add your seam allowance. Of course, if you want, you can increase this part. Depends on you, but because you're a beginner, you might not understand what to do there. But just stay with me with this. You can cut this on fabric. This will give you are cutting 2 of this, 1 of this, but on fold. So let's quickly see how the back will be cut out. Of course, this is the center back. We are going to cut it into 2, but I want to bring something to our notice, which is remember to add your zipper allowance, which is 1 inches, and don't forget the slit. The previous video would have shown us how to achieve our slit. So I'm going to cut it through. It's very simple. It's just the same way the center front was cut out. In this direction. Can you see? It's very simple. Now that is going out. That's and this at the upper part is going out as well. You see? So we have, then you make this side center back, so you don't mix it up. So this will be your number 3 and your number 4. Do you understand? Then this arrow is to tell you that you're joining the two pieces together. This will be in pieces when you're cutting. This will give you 2 pieces. This will also give you 2 pieces. So it means for the center back, you are going to have 4 pieces. And for the center front, you will have 3 pieces. But this will be on fold. This will be in pieces. So of course this as well, you need to put the arrow so you will know you're joining this together. The essence of marking this part, this portion, is because when you're stitching you will know that they are to meet at that uh, point. I hope you understand how to create a princess line dress, dress block or pattern now. Thank you. I appreciate you guys staying with me, and I know you will see more of my works. And one thing again, all the tools are available at Wajo Couture. And one thing before I close, remember your seam allowance shouldn't be much. Half inch is okay to stitch this together. Half inch is okay to stitch this together. Of course, by now you know uh, the inches, your seam allowance inches by now. So thank you.